If you can't fight, can you be a high value man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You delegate.
You delegate that. Like the wife got hands.
When it comes
I'll
to,
fight your battles for
I mean,
you.
I guess fighting ain't the only way to. I'm talking about like as far as being able to protect
Protector?
your family. Yeah,
Oh, you like it's called a
your family
little
in different
pew-pew.
ways too, though. You know what I mean?
yeah. I'm saying so, but
Like
if you out somewhere and the situation don't necessarily call for a pistol or something, you know what I mean?
you can spin it.
Like,
You can spin it every way.
Everything called for a pistol.
You love spinning shit too.
Yeah,
So you know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you can spin it for sure.
y'all at a bar and a man get handsy, he drunk and he get to touching on your wife and he not being respectful and you got to handle him.
What y'all think, man? Can you be a high value man and you can't defend yourself?
Hell no.
Nah.
Fuck no.
I think you can.
Go ahead, August. Why you think? Well, hold on. Let me get the net. What you think?
Oh my gosh. So I think yes. I mean, not everybody grew up having to fight. So I think we can avoid situations, and there's some examples of like if you're out with a woman, and I think I saw a video that the woman got mad because another guy talked to her. Right. He just talked to her and her guy didn't get in his face, and she was expecting him to put hands on the dude for talking to her in front of him. So I don't necessarily like that. If I'm out with somebody, I would rather avoid the fighting and we can remove ourselves from the situation.
Okay. So your man must have been little.
6'2", 240 pounds.
So
And he was the I'm gonna start the fight first type. So that's probably why I want to avoid that. Like if somebody looked wrong, it was like, you looking at my woman? And one time I'll never forget, we were out at a restaurant. There was a TV over our heads. Okay, the dude was just staring that way, and he looked over and said something, and I must have been the most embarrassed person at that restaurant because he looked over and said something to the dude, and the dude was like, "I'm just watching the TV." I had a few instances like that, and I was like,
but I mean
Now-
that's a troublemaking though.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, I guess I'm thinking I don't want somebody that's gonna go for the fight, like that's gonna start it.
Yeah.
If a guy I can't place the value on if somebody can fight. I can't bring myself to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't defend yourself and others, can he be a high value man?
I mean, you can carry a gun.
You talking about a
If you
troublemaker? We ain't talking about that.
Oh no, I mean, I feel like if you can't fight, you carry a pistol. Somebody comes to life or death, then you can.
But you know, again, I think, well, I don't think people understand like how inaccurate people are, even like trained people like police officers are with firearms, and just how
And I can.
how many missed shots there are versus made shots, right? So I think you have to have basic and two, shooting somebody, we all talk about it, but bro, shooting somebody ain't just some shit you just do and go home. 9 times out of 10, you shoot somebody, bro, you at the very least going into custody and possibly face serious charges, right? Anytime you shoot someone, because it has to be justified in, that level of force. But either way, as a man, right, and I know we're in the modern era to where, protection does include weaponry and all those different things. No, bro, you have to have the basic ability to because like he said, if somebody grab your old lady ass, you can't just shoot them. I can't shoot you for,
Yeah, no.
you feel me? I can hook off though. or I can at least give you a motherfucking strong, motherfucking karate chop to your forearm, and then we go from there and see what happens. You cannot, if you cannot defend yourself and the people around you, being your woman, your children, you cannot physically defend them without the aid of a weapon when weapons aren't at use. No, you cannot be a high value man, bro. And having to depend on another man to do it for you, I can hire that. I can outsource that. That means you're at the will and whims of another man for your protection. So no.
But that does not take away from you being high value. For you to be able to afford to do that, you got to be high value.
You have to trust those people that you're hiring are never going to turn on you or remove themselves from that protection. So if you're dependent upon another man for the most important, one of the most important factors and measurements of manhood, you cannot be high value, bro.
I disagree, dog. It's almost like a lot of these dudes right now don't know how to change a tire, but they know how to. They got the money to call a motherfucker come change that tire. Like things is changing. You know what I'm saying? Like
changing a tire and being mechanically inclined is not necessarily a high value man measurement. A high value man measurement is going to be provision, protection, and whatever else around it. Those
security is a form of protection, bro. That's what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, it's the ultimate form of protection. If you can afford to do that, that's clear cut high value. You can't take that away. There's no way.
No, and if I can do it myself, if I know how to do it myself, no.
Let me ask you a question, right? Do you consider Denzel Washington, I'm just throwing this off the cuff, a high value man?
Of course.
Okay, if you get close to Denzel Washington, you can beat the dog shit out of him because he don't box or whatever. Does that make him less valuable?
That nigga's 80.
Yeah, he's
I know.
older.
Okay, let's use somebody like you who you think is a high value man. Just because you can get close, just because in a situation, you touch the old lady or whatever the case may be, and he can't defend himself, that still doesn't take away his ability to create security to be able to allow that to defend him.
Let me ask you a question.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. So let's say
you got
wrong,
two.
But you know I understand. So you got two men standing there, right? Both of their women get their ass grabbed, right? They both got money, you know. Do you respect the man more that can defend himself and his lady?
Fucking right. Yeah, hell yeah. I respect that nigga.
Is he more valuable?
To me.
Clearly.
But now we're talking about to other women. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't matter.
No, high value men recognize it.
Yeah, men and women respect it and recognize it.
I can say that,
not
but
just a gender.
Well, I can say that, but it really don't. Like, it still don't. No, I think that when we talk about high value, we talking about.
They both have money. This is a scenario again. They both have money, right? And both of their women are violated in a way. One can handle it himself directly. The other one has to wait for security to step in to do it for him. Which man is clearly...
I can say he has higher value, but I still don't take away that the other dude a high value man too.
I don't know, bro. I just can't.
That's what I agree with that. Like he has higher value.
I'll give you this, right? So I from essence, you're correct. If you're a billionaire, you're a multimillionaire, you're gonna be high value regardless. I agree.
No matter what.
But from a man standard, if we're looking at the respect level and so on and so forth, man, get your pussy ass up out of here, nigga. If you'd have had them security guards, I own whatever you had because I can dominate you.
But he do though.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm giving you that. I'm conceding the point to where you're saying because he has the resources and he's able to hire people that are going to be loyal to him and actually follow orders and do their job. Yes, he has a fucking upper hand. But nigga, if there's ever a point in time to where they are not around for whatever reason, they can't get to you, I fucking own you, and you never want to be in that position as a man. What'd you say?
Yeah, I agree with that.
One
nigga can hold you down.
Two niggas can rape you.
Yeah, bro. And it might be a security, nigga.
So, ladies.
What about
Go ahead, Nat.
What about the guy that stands up for the woman knowing he can't fight? That would be something I would respect.
I respect that too.
Are you saying
I
he
respect
get
that too. I think
whether or not he can fight, he stands up for that woman because that guy disrespected her. So if he has to take a punch, he gonna take a punch.
Yeah, I mean, so
I can respect the nigga being a sacrificial lamb so your old lady can get away. Now, I mean, I don't think she gonna stay with you after she see you get mauled. That's the problem, Net. So Net, you pose a question. Now that man can't fight, he with you, and you see him get motherfucking mollywop dragged and whooped in real time for your honor. Are you staying
I
with
would
that
take
man?
him home and nurse his wounds.
For how long?
I mean, the value is in his character.
As long as he don't yell.
Exactly. So what? Next time he raises his voice at you, now what?
Say, nigga, please. Them niggas.
I'm not trying to fight a man. So
it's not about you trying to fight a man. You gonna lose respect for that man and see that man. Net, we talking about bad Net. We ain't talking about just like a little. We talking about that man gets Martin, the Tommy Hearns episode, lumps and bumps. He all knotted up. You gonna respect that man, Net, after he done? Be honest.
You see the Martin show ended early.
oh, y'all ain't right for that. But
What we saying? We know you. One thing you cannot lose badly in front of your woman, bro. You can't do that. Just can't do that.
What you think, Russell? If your man can't, what you think? Is he high value still?
Yes. And the reason why I would say so is a lot of high value men, they have a lot to lose. So they're not going to put themselves in a situation where the consequence could be getting locked up or losing their life, something to that effect. Most of the high value men that I know, they're lovers, they're not fighters. And not to mention, they have like this certain je ne sais quoi about them. So men can tell high value men like a mile away. So typically they know like I'm not gonna fuck with that dude. So I've never been in a situation with any of my high value friends, colleagues, what have you, where we've ever been in that situation. Because I feel as though the definition of a high value man is they also know how to control their temperament. They're not gonna put me in a situation that becomes unsafe. That's also part of security, determining what needs to be addressed and what you need to walk away from.
using discernment. I love the way you put that.
No, you don't.
Thank you.
You just told us about the nigga that had 0 discernment. He thought you was the TV, remember? Yeah, that nigga had no discernment. I don't know what Caressa talking about.
Well, I'm not with him anymore.
In the event of trial and tribulation, Caressa, right? All this, I got too much shit to lose, is castrating men. Okay? Right? I think pride and principle matter. Right? A man without an ego is a woman. And so you saying that this man is saying, oh, well, I have so much to lose, so I'm going to let this man emasculate me.
Not necessarily, but like I said, they just won't allow certain situations to occur. First of all,
what do you mean?
if they
Hold on.
feel
People
that-
can disrespect. See, the thing is, you can be disrespected, right? He don't have to allow it to happen for it to happen.
No, but I mean, they just don't put themselves in certain situations. Like there's certain circles that they won't be around. There's certain nightclubs that you will never see them at. There's just
what is high value? What money metric is this? Because that's all you really talking about. What money metric is this?
I would say it's that man who's at the top of the food ladder. You know, the 3 6s, 6 feet, 6 figures. The other part. That's what women are looking for when they say a high value man.
Okay, so you're saying that you can't be high value if you're under 6 feet.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying generally speaking, that's the metric that they're looking at when they're looking for a high value man. Usually there's some type of money involved. I've never seen a woman say, oh, I have a high value man without him being financially stable. I have yet to see that.
Well, stable is
so usually when they're talking about a high value man. I know, but stable's a low bar for high value, right? So if you have 15% of men with melanin, black men making over 100,000, are you disqualifying 100,000? Like, how does this work? I mean, you're gonna disqualify what you don't find to be high value. So
I know.
if you don't find that man to be high value, then yeah.
But your metric, it has to have some level of reason to substantiate it, right? So if 15% make over 100,000, 15% of anything, right? If you're in the top 90th percentile, right? You know, when you go to Harvard, that's how that works, right? So they even say 90th percent, you know, or the top 10%, you go to Harvard. That's how that works. You go to Yale, right? You top 50%, you can get into Stanford. You can get into Duke. So now I'm telling you, 15% of men that are black make over 100 grand. Is that good? Like 100 and up?
That is great. I mean, that's what makes them high value because they're hard to come by. I mean, they're not a typical man. They're a high value man. It's not an everyday man. That's what sets them apart from everyone else.
So the money mark for high value starts at 100,000.
I would say so. I believe most women would agree with that.
Okay. What he makes 100,000 and he's not respected by other men. You still consider him high value?
No, there has to be some type of respect attached to that as well. If he's somebody that men feel as though they could get over on, like I said, a man can tell another man that's high value a mile away. Like men know who to fuck with. I've seen that firsthand. Like they know who the pushover is. They know who need to be respected. Like they just know. Even on the panels, there's certain men that come on the panel and they're being clowned before they even open their mouth. There's other men that will come on this panel and other men know, like, you can't speak to that man any old type of way.
I want to believe that you're right. And I'm using believe because the etymology of it. I've seen too many times where men that shouldn't be getting disrespected get disrespected. But I catch your drift because I understand your point. You know? I don't know. I don't know if people. I understand your point. I just don't know what man goes belly up because he got too much money to lose.
I'm not saying that. I wouldn't say belly up, but I'm just saying like there's certain men that they always got to defend their pride. Like you look at them the wrong way and they're trying to stomp you out. And there's another man who's going to use his discernment and he's going to be like, you know what? Like, let's just get out of here. It's not worth it. So there's just, like I said, there's certain men, they're very ego driven. They just always, you can't look at them the wrong way without them trying to start a fight. And there's other men until you start pretty much messing with them and it becomes a safety risk and they literally have to defend themselves. They may not react until you put them in that situation.
Yeah, that's what we were pinpointing, you know, because that's what we were saying, right? The disrespect came and that man has to handle it, right? Per the clip, you know? Yeah, so we agree with that, right? Starting trouble, looking for trouble makes no sense.
Right. But like I said, a high value man too, he also knows when to walk away. He knows when it's not worth his safety, the safety of his lady, the safety of his family. Because I mean, there's certain situations in which you really need to walk away.
Yeah.
And I would respect that. I would respect my man protecting the safety of me and my family and us walking away and talking about it later versus either me having to bury his ass or I have to put money on his commissary because he done did some bullshit and got himself locked up.
See, now that's the thing about locked up, right? You know that there's things that you may have to get locked up for, right? You agree?
I agree.
Like, I just want to make sure that's a low bar, like locked up. Right, there's things in life that you would have to get locked up for if they happen, right?
Yeah.
Like if somebody hurt your children, hurt your woman, you get locked up for that, right? Like we said, like I think Miss Fantastic and I was talking about this. You was right for that, but you going to jail. You know, like I mean, right? And it's just about the principle.
I mean, I get that. But I'm referring to the man who you're spilling a drink on his $3,000 shoes and he's trying to pop off because of that. Like, that's not worth the jail visit. But if someone violates your wife, your child, then I understand that. We definitely understand that.
Damn, so I got to let niggas pour liquor on my $3,000 shoes?
No, it's not that. But I mean, if y'all in a jam space and somebody accidentally spilled on you, what's the point in making a big deal out of an accidental spill?
Right.
Yeah. That's fair. Why they keep talking about Miss Fantastic? In the chat, they giving them all these. They call them melatonin-tastic. They call them snooze-tastic.
Looking at my phone, you asshole. I'm multitasking. I'm literally just looking out of my phone. Multitasking.
God, it's funny, man. I think I made some good points. You know, I think what it is it's value metrics, right? So there's like key performance indicators, you know, and then your value will be based on how many boxes you can check, right? So it wouldn't eliminate you, but another man's value could supersede yours the more boxes he checks. So if height is indeed a thing, which I haven't thoroughly experienced that. Like I haven't thoroughly experienced like taller men like beating me out for the most part, you know. But I hear women say it, you know. So I guess I receive it. I just haven't experienced it, you know, anecdotally speaking. Because the tall niggas really don't develop a lot of other traits. You know what I'm saying? They not funnier than me. They don't got straighter teeth than me. They don't look like their mom. They look like their dad. You know? Back when I was beautiful, you know? So. But I understand it, though. What, Shad? What, Shad?
I know, bro. Just tell him.
You laughing.
You just laughing, man. I love you, bro. That's all, man. That's it.
Yeah, so I guess that would be one of the things, you know, that a brother would be able to check off, you know.